Well, hello friends. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Travis, and I garden here in Louisville, Kentucky, Zone 7. Today, I got out and about with my grandma, and we went over to Glendale, and then stopped at one of the restaurants over there. And we hit up all the antique stores over there. Didn't find much this time. That's very unusual. But I got a green chair over there. I can show you guys closer in a little bit. I got that, and I got a green potting shed sign. But anyway, after that, before I come home, I went to Lowe's there in Bardstown and picked up four more limelight hydrangeas. And if you've been watching my channel for a while, you'll know that I've been wanting to do this for quite some time. So I've been wanting to put some limelight hydrangeas in here. Just in case you're not familiar with what they look like, they'll get a nice size on them, and they get the bright white cone shaped flowers. Oh, there's a wild duck. Sorry, I gotta remember to move slow. We have a neighbor on the other side of this garage that has a in-ground pool, and I guess the ducks thinks it's a pond. So anyway, we see them flying overhead all the time. Reminds me of when I had my ducks, which I miss and thought about getting some more, but I just hate when something happens to them. I think a hawk come down and got the two I had. You might remember that video. I think they've been in a couple videos, but anyway, squirrel. So I'm going to put these limelight hydrangeas in here. There's one there, two. I'd like to do them in front of each window section there. So 2, 3 with that one, 4, 5, and 6. So I'm going to need 6 hydrangeas. So I'll have to go back and get a couple more. But I think that's going to look really nice against that black when they're in full bloom. It's really going to, I don't know, something about hydrangeas and, foundation shrubs like that, almost like it makes it cozy or something. So anyway, almost like it's going to hug the garage and kind of hug you, if you will, walking through this trellis here, if you want to call it that. It was like a greenhouse tent thing, and the weather had whipped the greenhouse part on it, so I just decided to put it here and use it as a climbing rose. Our first climbing rose we put in this year is Gertrude Jekyll, David Austin rose. And I need to get a couple cans of spray paint and finish spray painting this trellis. That'll make it look a lot better. But anyway, that is what I am up to in the garden tonight. Boy, is it hot and sticky already here in the Ville. Also got a few bags of mulch. Yesterday I stopped at one of my favorite garden centers and picked up some annuals for my containers. I don't know what made me wait till June to start getting my annuals, but I waited way too long, and they hardly had anything left at the garden center. But anyway, I just thought I would do kind of a day in the life garden walk here. The beagles are out. I believe that's like a tiger lily. Orange tiger lilies are in full bloom. as well as other lilies. This is black and blue salvia here. Get a nice blue flower on it. Here is some of the chameleon plant. I think I got this started from something else that I dug up at my grandma's house. And she feels so bad for giving me a piece of the chameleon because I guess it was invasive at her house at one time. But so far, so good for me. It stays put right there. This is a little piece of a knockout rose that was left from the ones up front. So, looking a little dry. I need to get out here and water it, but I'm hoping it'll kind of take off right here on this corner. So yeah, another limelight in here. I guess I need to get 7. Or, let's see, 4, 5, I need to get 3 more, because I need to replace the one that died here. Move this little bistro set there. You guys might remember the Annabelle hydrangeas that I have, the big ones by the dogwood tree out front. I was pulling weeds in that garden bed, and there was some volunteer Annabelle hydrangeas that had kind of grown from just laying on the ground, I guess. But anyway, I dug those up. I think there's 3 or 4 of them in here, and hopefully they will survive. I think that'll look good. A nice hedge there. Got the trellis around it to protect it from the dogs, but as you can see, it's not working too well. Alright. Not much going on back here, so I'll just kind of focus up here. We'll walk back this way. Yellow daylilies. Bright pop of yellow. Lord have mercy. You can always count on crazy noise from the road in my videos. There is. I cannot make a video without a noise from the road, but they were flying through here too. I'd be pulled over in a heartbeat if I did that. Okay, smoke bush. Looking good. Love that dark foliage. Now the spiderwort, probably my most favorite plant there, is past its prime. I think I'll get another flush later in the season, but I'll have to look it up. I don't know if we should cut those back or not, or just leave them. Columbine, it has finished up and is going to seed. You can see the brown seed heads there. I will let that go to seed and just drop it here, there, and everywhere. You can see the black seeds there. And if you didn't know, I have started painting my house. So all kinds of stuff going on in this video. So yeah, I have finished the front just about, and I will show you guys more of that later. I was telling myself not to get that in this video, but I totally forgot about it. I was going to do that on a separate video, but yes, I have decided to paint my house a couple weeks ago, and God, the week I took off to do it on vacation, about 5 days, it had rained every day it had rained, so we had tarps out here on the gutters and was trying to paint as much as we could. But anyway, I'm in no rush. Nobody else is in any rush. They could probably care less if it's halfway finished, but anyway, I'll show you more of that later. Here's some of the annuals that I picked up. Some red geraniums, and I'm just loving this color, this fuchsia color. I think I'm leaning more towards this color this year, and usually I do my orange out front, but I am having a hard time finding enough of the fuchsia. But I think that's what I'm gonna do out front now. I usually do the blue and orange, but I think I'm gonna do this color. Also in here, we've got some more of that beautiful pink Gaura, dark Gaura. I got 3 more of those, and I'll show you those when we get over there. The ones I already had. There is a blue flower in here. I thought was really pretty. Blew my mind. Revolvulus. So that is the first little annual haul. Yeah, I want to show you guys the new chair I picked up today. I believe I got this at, I think it was the Cabin at Glendale. Was the name of the antique store. So yeah, you guys know I love my chippy paint and rust, 2 of my favorite things. And of course, we've always got dogs barking in the video. That's alright though. Incredible hydrangea that I thought I was going to have to dig up and pull out. I thought it had completely died back, but it is wanting to live. Fire and ice hydrangea getting ready to pop. Yeah, full bloom here in about a week or 2. Some more cardboard from work. I am using this to so I don't have to till up the grass and get all that out of here. So this will just kill the grass. It'll also break down and keep the weeds down. I could have put plastic, but I've told myself I'm not doing plastic anymore, or that weed fabric, just because all the nutrients from you know, the mulch and the leaves and the grass clippings that we might put in our garden beds, the foliage that dies down and breaks down, all that nutrients can't get into the soil if you've got plastic down. So anyway, one of those things. Y'all know I love my dark foliage. I believe this is Blushing Bride hibiscus. And I picked up some 7 dust today, so hopefully that'll take care of whatever is chewing on it. I did pick up 3 more Russian sage. Definitely in my top 10 favorite plants there. And here is the pink, the dark pink Gaura. Just loving that color, especially with the that burgundy foliage. Let's see if I can keep my hands out of there. Alright, another hibiscus. There is the Russian sage I planted from last year. And ignore the weeds, guys. I gotta get in here and lay my cardboard down and weed eat, but this is another dark foliage plant. This is called elderberry. And of course, a Limelight Prime hydrangea. I've got 2 of those in here. I need to probably get 2 or 3 more because I'm going to continue. I want this bed to along my neighbor's fence here to have a little bit of repetition. So I'll end up dividing some of these grasses, splitting those up, and then getting more of these Limelight Limelight Prime hydrangeas. You can see they're budding up. And more hibiscus, and then of course the Gaura. So you can kind of see it's not going to be a straight edge. It's going to be a curved edge. I've got some mulch here, but I kind of do a swoop out with the pink Gaura, and then I'll keep doing that on down. Yeah. So I still have to finish that peak up there. It is really hard trying to get a tall ladder in there around the hydrangeas, but I'll get it. I've taken the shutters off, those blue shutters, which had been painted blue. They were originally hunter green. So yeah, it was time for those to go, and I'm gonna get a more modern looking shutter. I'll definitely do black, because I like the black and white. But I really like it. I'm glad I did this. The neighbors have commented on it. Good things. I see a lot of people slowing down and pointing. So the only thing I would change is when we need to get a new roof, I'm definitely going to do black shingles. And then of course, eventually we'll get a new black door and black storm door. There's all the babies. So anyway, that's that. So I've been busy. That's why I haven't done a few weeks actually. So the catmint is going past its prime. I need to get out here and cut those back. I might pull those 3 Russian sage from over there and put them over here to the circle. In the circle garden, you can see all of this needs to be cleaned out again. Alright, another new thing I picked up today was this crepe myrtle. Even though I have the hardest time with crepe myrtles, they never seem to want to come back for me, but this one, let me find the tag. This one is called Twilight Magic, and it's dark, the dark foliage again, talking about the dark foliage, and then it'll have a hot pink bloom on it. But I thought the dark foliage looked nice with the white house behind it. And then I was looking, and of course, the one time I have money to buy one, they didn't have one. I don't want to get one of those blue spruce trees, the weeping ones. And I think that's what I'm going to put here on this corner. Oh, just ran into the truck. In this corner to finish this section off. And I might add a couple more barberries just to fill in the gaps here. This is where the knockout, where that didn't make it to our pack later. And then the chartreuse of the spireas. And then I had a Russian sage layer in here, and only one came back. And then in front of that, I usually do my annuals, which, again, I got to the garden center too late, and they didn't have any of these blue Victoria salvias that I always put out here. That one is just one that overwintered, and sometimes they do. Even this one, these overwintered. And of course, all these small ones was the ones I started from seed this year. So yeah, it's getting there, and I'm really loving the burgundy foliage with the white house. Alright, y'all. So tell me what you think. Do you think this was a good move to paint the house white? I really like it, but I'd love to hear from you in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, thank you so much for watching and taking time out to check out my garden and yard. If you like this video, please hit the like button, and if you want to follow along everything I get into around here, gardening, decorating, crafting, consider subscribing. I would really appreciate that. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend, and we will talk soon. Everyone take care, and I'll see you in the next video.